Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirisho here, and now, before we do begin, let me just say a few things. You guys may have noticed the new intro. That comes from Supreme King Ultima, who reached out to me earlier and decided to make me a new one. I really do appreciate it, and Ultima, if you are watching this right now, message me back when you can, and please leave me an idea to do for What If. Since you made me the intro, I feel like it is only good for me to do the idea. I do still have an idea I did promise somebody before, and I know it's one I need to look into a lot more because it is a One Piece idea. Yeah, that's why it's a little complicated for me. Anyways, I'm going to be looking into that, and if hopefully he gives me an idea I can do and I know enough about, I can do that one. Now, before I do start this, to anyone who has arachnophobia, I'm going to be covering and diving into Spider-Man the 1000. I'll be touching on it a little bit in this part, I believe, because I do have an idea for where the storyline is going in the beginning. And then after I do get past this part, that's where things get a little bit more interesting. Now, with that being said, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, we set up Izuku to be Spider-Man. Deku, he had the tragedy, or as I've seen the meme lately, his canon event. I don't know why it's a meme. Anyways, now, Deku, he lost his father to a robbery gone wrong. One he literally had the chance to stop and save the man's life. Deku, he almost murdered the robber, but he was able to save the man's life. He was able to whip him to the building before he fell to his death. However, the man, he's not going to make a full recovery. He has brain trauma. He basically has half of his jaw missing. And, well, the amount of force Deku exerted just by punching him, it was a lot. The man smashed his head against the building, and he may never recover fully. Now, Izuku has to live with that guilt. However, while that was going on, somebody there a bit more surprised by Deku. Deku is developing powers. I mean, they can tell something's wrong with him. After his supposed spider bite from a radioactive spider, he acted different. He acted more confident, more sure of himself. And he actually stood up to Bakugo, the bully. And, well, they were just a bit more surprised. Deku may not be Spider-Man officially, but they know something's going on. Especially when they heard the police report about what happened to his father and the guy who was caught. I mean, they were just shocked. They knew Izuku did that, but they were keeping it under wraps for one reason. If Deku is getting spider powers, they want those same powers. And they do one thing. The same night they learned about Hisashi Midoriya's death, they went back to that lab. They tried to find the spider, and whenever they found out that it was dead, they did one simple thing. They consumed it. It might have been dirty and stuck in the trash, but it was still radioactive, right? So it should do something. Now, the person consumed the spider. And while that's happening, we do actually have Deku. Deku, he has been through quite a bit. Things have not been easy for him. He lost his father. And the guilt from what he's done, it's weighing down on him. Never in Deku's life would he think that he was able to kill a man, let alone think of it. Yes, he knows that he deals with problems. Yes, he knows that he does have sometimes of temper, but he always has it under wraps. But now that he has this power, this responsibility, and what happened when he ignored it? He can't do that. He feels responsible for his father's death, and rightfully so. He's just beating himself up about all of this. And right now, Deku, he returned back to school, and things, they went as normally. Except that they also didn't. Deku, while he was currently going through his locker, there was a Bakugo he walked up. And Bakugo, he wanted to talk to Deku. And Deku tried to tell him, he's not really in the mood for all this today. Izuku, I want to talk to you. Bakugo, Walk away, please. No, listen, I want to talk to you. Bakugo brings his hand up to Deku's shoulder, and Deku doesn't immediately get a turn, bringing his hands out and grabbing onto Bakugo. Him going to walk forward and throw him up in the air. Deku basically taking 5 steps and smashing him up into the lockers, telling him he told him just to leave him alone. He's not in the mood to deal with it. Now, everyone they do start to stare at Deku, and Deku he does stare directly at Bakugo. Bakugo can see the anger, the rage, and Bakugo he does try to tell Deku he's sorry. What? Listen, you lost your dad, man. That's some serious shit. Deku going to lower Bakugo down. Before Deku he doesn't want to look down. Bakugo trying to tell him. He gets it. Feels better, right? Just listen. He's real sorry. If he wants to talk, then they can talk. He's just he knows what he's not going to try and be his friend, but he understands. He's going to cut him some slack, and the other guys he's friends with, they're going to cut him some slack too. Just, he wanted him to know that. Bakugo patting him on the shoulder. And Deku, he does someone just go to collapse. And a few people go to see him. The guy lost his dad. It was just some random shootout. I mean, no one expected it, and it was just so sudden. And then there's Deku. He just sits there crying. And everyone, they're not too sure what to do. However, Deku, yeah. Whenever lunch is going to roll around, he's trying to do a few things. And some people have actually been starting to talk. They heard about that strange thing that happened with his dad. And they're not too sure what to really say about it. I mean, the robber was apparently beaten half to death. The guy was in horrible condition when they found him, and he was stuck to the side of a building, believe it or not. I mean, that doesn't sound like it's true at all. I mean, it just sounds so made up and hard to even just fathom. It's so, what's the right way of saying it? Bizarre? Now, while Deku currently does sit there, he is trying to think. He needs to at least try to be a hero. Try and stop what happened to his father from happening to somebody else. He doesn't want somebody else to get part or pulled into a tragedy. Not like him. And Deku, he's trying to think. Him currently looking down at his sketchbook. He has a symbol made, but it's just a drawing of a spider. But then there's also the spider webs he's been drawing. He's trying to think. Okay, so he has that black suit, but all it really is just some thermals, and they're just really dark. So what can he do with those? Okay, so maybe he can try knitting some stuff onto them? No. He needs to figure this all out. Okay. Maybe he needs to go buy a hoodie. That can cover most of him, but yeah, if he's going to be dealing with just some random street thugs, that should be all okay. Okay, so a hoodie and maybe some goggles too, and well, now that he's thinking about it, those would probably go good with his mask, but right now Deku's someone thinking. And while he is currently thinking all that, there is somebody that's going to walk over. They're going to sit down. Hey, Izuku. Deku is going to jump. Him going to flip his hand up and close his notebook. Very suddenly. Hi, Toga. Hi. What are you... Sorry about your dad. Oh. Yeah. No, I wasn't even thinking about him right now. Oh my god. I didn't mean to bring it up if... I... I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Are you okay? I'm fine. Just trying to make peace with the situation, I guess. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. Deku just thinking. It's his. He could have stopped it. Just not be a coward. Be the one who stands up to the bully. That's what he had to do. That's it. That's what could have saved him. And Deku, he feels mad at himself. And currently, while this is all going on, right now somebody, they're not in class. They decided to stay home. And their stomach, it's been wreaking havoc on them since last week. They've been feeling all types of bad. They've been feeling all types of things, and it hasn't really been good for them. And currently, the person, there's someone sitting there. They feel like their body isn't their own, and they just feel terrible. Now, the person currently just gonna lie in bed. And right now, there actually is with their hands, they do somewhat start to shrink. However, it's not the way you do think. The skin still does lie there, more or less turning into a skin suit. As currently the person's insides, they're no longer human. And right now, from the skin suit, a few spiders crawl out. And currently, the person, they figured out what their powers were. They may not have gotten certain abilities like Deku, but they're certainly powerful. Now, right now the arachnids, they do start to make their way throughout the house. And a large one, bigger than a basketball, it does start to make its way through the area. It has an idea of what to do. Maybe try and test out its powers. Figure out what it can do. It just feels a sense of control, like it knows it can take over. He swallowed the arachnid. So what happens whenever other people do so? Now, that's what the person is going to think, as currently the spiders make their way through the house. Yeah, to all those who have arachnophobia, I got mine from the mist. I watched it whenever I was 7. Yeah, I'm drinking some pretty good rum right now. Anyways, now, with that being said, back over to Izuku, because I don't want to talk about that. Now, Deku, he currently does still sit at his lunch table. And he does still talk to Toga. Toga gave her number to Deku in case he wanted to chat. In case he needed somebody to talk to. I mean, he's sort of a loner type. And Deku, yeah, he does somewhat understand that. It's still a sensitive spot for him to try and touch on. And Deku, whenever he does get to get home, he does try to busy himself. He doesn't want to think about the failure. He doesn't want to think about what he did. He just wants to focus on Spider Ling. No. Spider Lad, Spider Boy. Yeah, the name needs the name's still Workshop. I mean, uh, hmm. Right now, Deku's trying to think. He has a few ideas. I mean, his suit is, well, he had the idea for black, but they only had the red hoodies, and actually, red and black, those could be pretty good colors, but he doesn't feel like they're good. Hmm. Okay, maybe he can still keep some black in his costume though. So, okay. He'll workshop this. Then on Deku's mind, as currently he is drawing on the hoodie with a Sharpie. Him trying to make a spider symbol. And Deku, he does start to at least work on the hoodie. He tries to get the patterns correct and, well, drawing on the spider webs, I guess, the patterns, they're a bit weird. And Deku just try to think. He could try to make a homemade costume, but learning to sew? That's definitely something. Doesn't that one girl know how to sew though? Oh, what was, uh, Christ, why is her name blinking in his head? No, it's not Toga, it's, oh, Chaco, right. Why did he forget her name? Right, he's trying to keep busy, so, Spider, Spider-Man. Hmm, that one sounds like the best one right now. Then on Deku's mind. And Deku, he does at least try to at least keep that one on the top of the list. It's way better than Spider Lad. But, huh, Iron Man. You know what? That name doesn't sound as bad now. Right now, Deku going to think that. And while Deku he does try to think, he's wondering about how to get Ochaka's number or talk to her and approach her. I mean, maybe trying to learn how to sew from her is not the best idea, but at the same time, you can probably try and. No, he feels like an asshole about that. No, I mean, he has Toga's number to talk to, so. Okay, you know what? He's just gonna text her. Then on Deku's mind. And he does gonna text Toga. And Toga's a bit more surprised. Deku texted her trying to talk to her. And she actually texted him back rather fast. And Deku, he was kind of intrigued. He asked Toga a few questions. He wanted to know what she was currently up to. And he kind of had a bit of a strange question. He wanted to know if she knew how to sew. He wanted to try and busy himself and get a hobby. I mean, most of his hobbies include science and nerdy stuff, like engineering. So there's kind of that. He likes mathematics too, so he's not that physical type. That being on his mind, as currently he does just want to turn his head and look in the mirror. Him going to bring up his bicep. Him still somewhat staring at that. You know, maybe he could use this to his advantage. I mean, show himself off in the locker room, and a few people might try to ease up on him, but, well, Bakugo already said they'd ease up on him, so maybe he should still try to hide the fact that within, what is it, not even 2 weeks he went from string bean to linebacker? Yeah, he should still probably try and hide this physique, so that's definitely gonna be fun. Yeah, Summer. Summer, maybe he can try and explain that away with, hey, he just hit the gym and protein shake after protein shake, right? Uh, yeah. He's definitely gonna have to get a gym membership, though. Oh, God. That requires a job and. Shit. Maybe. God, what could he do that's good? Pizza guy? Pizza delivery driver? Uh, that one. That one's kind of a bad idea, because the gas and getting tips, you may not get good money, and you're practically burning fuel just to try and get paid. Okay, yeah, he'll keep that on the shelf. So, hmm, actually, but if he gets a good job, I mean, mom doesn't give him an allowance, so if he gets a good job, he can probably buy some stuff to make an actual suit. Hmm, but what to use? Rubber? No, rubber's a bit too stiff, so what's something good? Like a latex, maybe. Hmm. Latex is definitely an idea, but probably something different. Uh, oh God. Okay, he'll try and workshop that. He'll go for cheap right now, so he'll do that. He just needs to buy a pair of goggles, and where does he buy goggles from? Ah, God. Okay, he'll figure that out later. He'll just look it up online. That being on Deku's mind, and while Deku he currently is going through his own homemade suit arc, somebody they're wearing a few skin suits. They decided to take over their parents, and they have been feasting the spiders, replicating, reproducing. Yeah, the person here, they've definitely been in quite a bit of things. And right now, Mineta, he's kind of intrigued. He has been different, changed. Right now, the small little colony he does have, it's beginning to reproduce. It's beginning to do a lot. His powers are very strange. He's not a nerd, but oh, what is this called? No, he's seen this in a video game. Uh, crap. It was that one video game with the fucking space guy. Shit. Oh, his thoughts are hard to string together right now, but uh, something mind, something like bees, like a hive mind, hive mind. That was the word for it. Jeez, his thoughts are a little strange to string together, but he's just okay. He needs to find more people. He needs to expand the colony. Now, right now, that person, Mineta, he does gonna do so. He definitely wants to see how things turn out. He definitely wants to see what his powers can do. He wanted to be super, and right now he's dealing with what happens. As currently, a giant spider, it does get a head out, and it does attack somebody. And while that does happen, Deku, he currently just gotta look in the mirror. He has sweatpants on, and he also has a hoodie on, and he also has, well, the black face mask, or, well, the mask that goes all the way over his head, but you can see the eyes. And then he does have the goggles. Deku's not standing there. The red and black does sort of look, uh, kind of off, but, hmm. But the sweatpants, they look okay, right? I mean, they're black, so it should be kind of fine, right? Uh, red and black, though, they seem to just, hmm. Yeah, I mean, for stealth, it could be good, but, I mean, he, hmm. A stealth suit would be a good option, but he's not a hero yet, so people don't know who he is. He hasn't made a premiere, so yeah, maybe just sticking to this right now would be good. That's uh, that's definitely something. Now, Deku does get head out, and right now, Deku, he does go on his first night as a superhero. Yeah, he'll call himself a superhero. I mean, if Tony Stark can pilot the Iron Man armor drunk, he can call himself a superhero. Now, that's currently on Deku's mind. And right now he doesn't wonder about Tony Stark. How the guy functions at all. And that's on his mind. As currently, there's somebody that do go to scream. And Deku, he does get someone head out. Him currently going to turn and leap off the rooftop. Him going to throw out his hand and let his spider sense guide him, as he goes to call it. Now, Deku is going to shoot a web. Him finding a sturdy place to anchor himself. As he does also swing through the air. And Deku, he actually does try to keep careful control of his movements. He looked into acrobats. He saw the way that they moved, the way that they've trained. He's definitely going to look into that. And right now, Deku, he does also swing through the air. Him trying to mimic the movements of an acrobat. And he does actually find that he's moving through the air a bit more fast, gracefully. Yeah, he's definitely going to start doing at least a lot more training. Especially if he wants to try and play off the physique he does have. Now, Deku, he does go swing to the area. Him currently going to smash onto the side of a building and going to bring his hands out, grabbing onto it as he's going to stick to it. Him crawling along the side and going to look down, trying to see exactly what's going on. Him looking down and seeing. What the hell is that? Him actually going to unstick his hands, and then going to turn and walk inside the building. Him getting down before he just going to bring out his hand, putting it on the wall, and going to unattach his legs. Him going to put them down and then go to unattach his hand. Him going to somewhat stare at the ground. is that him looking over, grabbing at the pile of clothes. Before he actually is going to pull up what looks to be leather? Huh. This almost looks like. They're just going to drop it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What the fuck is that? Now, they're just going to back away. Him going to get a closer inspection after everything goes to shift. This is a skin suit, but it feels like it's made out of real. What the hell? Now, currently Deku starts to hear someone laugh. Warrior's gonna turn his head and see. Oh God! Now, Deku's gonna stare at it. It's around the size of a small dog, but it's a massive fucking arachnid. And Deku just gonna stare at it before it doesn't start to move forwards and start to chitter, expressing, "Yeah, no, they got their powers the same way, Midoriya." Huh? Wait, what the hell? You know, I expected to be like you, but this is definitely interesting. Uh, I'm I'm kind of. Can I turn around real quick? Why? You're a giant spider. Yeah, I know. So can I turn around? Why? Because I can't look at you, and you're incredibly terrifying. I guess. Now, they're just gonna spin. Emily's trying to ask, what the fuck are they? Hmm? I ate the spider that bit you. Huh? Yes. The one girl that stepped on the spider. I saw her do it. I'm surprised I didn't bite her, though. This is a shame. If I knew you could have gotten powers this way, I would have been your friend. I would have been right there with you. Who are you? Right. You can't tell anymore. I guess you can call me the 1,000. Why? Now, they're going to someone going to turn, seeing a spider. It's going to express. It's normal sized, but it's going to tell Deku. It has many bodies, many places it can be, and right now, it does want him to know. It has plans. He is super. And now that Deku knows about this, he's going to have to take him down. He does apologize. Deku is just simply going to stare at the spider, going to bring up his hand and smash into the concrete, as he's going to make a dent. And the massive spider is going to shriek. Now, Deku's going to turn back, going to blast out his webs as the spider is trying to shoot out its own webs from its ass. Now, I'm adding that to make this less scary for some people. Anyways, I'm using it for me. Anyways, now, currently the giant spider, it does shoot at Deku. And Deku is going to blast out his own webs. Him actually going to run and jump onto the wall. As there is going to leap forwards and smash his fist out. Him smashing into the spider and denting into the wall. As he's going to look around. Okay, how does he deal with this? You can't kill me. Deku turning and seeing another pretty big spider. I am in many places at once. It's definitely an interesting feeling. Kind of hard to focus, but I can get used to it. The spider is going to blast out some webs. And Deku, after his hand is covered, there is the spider still going to turn his body, going to run up the wall. And Deku, he's pulled up and sent flying into the air. As the spider, there is where many start to go around. And Deku, After he does try to bring his hand up and grab onto the web, he does also pull it away. Him going to get sent running across the building before he's going to stand up. His spider sense going off and he's going to turn, seeing about probably 50 or so spiders running at him. Before Deku, he is going to turn, running towards the edge of the building and just going to leap off. No hesitation, throwing out his hand and allowing his abilities to guide him. Now, Deku is going to swing away. And right now, Deku, he is not going to be dealing with this shit. He said he was going to be responsible, not fucking crazy. Now, right now the 1,000, they're a bit annoyed. Some of its spiders have died. And it wants to be made whole again. However, it does need to go to hunt. It definitely needs to do a few things. And right now, they do start to make plans. If they're going to go down this path, then Midoriya needs to be eliminated. He knows who they are. Not fully, but he knows that they exist. And while missing persons reports are beginning to be reported, he's trying to keep himself under wraps. He definitely wants to go through this easily. No. He has to deal with a few people. He'll have to deal with that Mr. Fantastic guy. Then he'll have to deal with Iron Man or Tony Stark, but maybe he can catch that guy passed out drunk. Like blackout drunk. Okay, so there's that. But okay, so trying to plan ahead is hard. Now, Deku, he went directly away. And he decided to go back home. However, he got very poor sleep that night. And the next day at school, there was where Deku he noticed something. A student was missing. Maru Manetta. And Deku, he started to put the pieces together. He heard about how that guy went on the field trip. He heard about how that guy hasn't been showing up to school recently. And Deku, he does not understand. If that guy knows who he is, then he's the one if he remembers correctly, talked to him about the spider bite. But that guy was an asshole. So, okay, so how is he going to deal with a giant spider army? That's probably the first time someone's ever said that sentence. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And to those of you who are going to be developing arachnophobia, welcome to the club. Now, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next part. And to those of you who I don't see, I'm sorry.